Hey guys, it's Lexi. Hope you're all having a fantastic day. I want to start off by apologizing for my absence. I feel like I've not been on my YouTube channel very much recently. I've been insanely busy. So as far as like responding to comments and watching other people in the community's videos and even like uploading my own, I've definitely just been doing other things in like my personal life. Work has been insanely busy. So I have wanted to apologize for that, but I'm hopeful that I can keep up and get some of these videos out for you guys. I have a couple hauls coming up. I have some cool melting basket videos and a lot of fun stuff in store. So I want to try to get right back into it, even though this month has been chaotic in my personal life. So with that being said and done, I am sharing my total empties for the month of July. This month started off with the first half of my melting basket was all of my favorites and like some birthday themed stuff. And then the second half of my melting basket was all of my like tropical summertime scents. I will say on my favorites, like the beginning half, I did accomplish quite a bit more. And the second half, I really didn't get too much done. So let me just jump right in. I will start with the hand soap. I only finished one hand soap this month, which is in the scent Market Peach. And the notes on Market Peach are sweet peach, orange blossom, and honeysuckle nectar. To be honest, I really did enjoy this. I know sometimes peach scents can be a little bit like hit or miss with people, depending on like, sometimes it can kind of come across a little like stinky, but this was like a really sweet, juicy, delicious, realistic peach, and I loved this. I also really like the Peach Bellini scent from Bath & Body Works, so this would be a repurchase for me, but definitely not until like next spring or summer, but I will keep my eye out for that. And then to go along that same scent, I have the matching candle in single wick form, Market Peach, and same exact notes, I would assume. Same thing, this was really juicy, realistic. There were no like added notes to this. It just smells like a super authentic, juicy, fresh, sweet peach. I did enjoy this quite a lot. And if this is in like a 3-wick form, maybe eventually once I get my collection down, I would repurchase this one. I finished up 2 candles and boy oh boy are these crazy looking. These were gifts from one of our friends and like wedding clients for us or elopement clients for us, and I ended up like definitely losing track of time, and this one got a little sooty, but these are homemade candles and I think it is just like really sweet, and I appreciated that she gifted these to me. This one here was in the scent Blood Orange, and I actually have some thoughts on this I'll have to share in a second. And then this one here is in Blue Spruce. Both of these smelled really, really nice. I definitely would say this Blue Spruce was pretty darn strong, but yes, ignore this craziness. That was my fault. I left it a little bit too long. And then this one here, the Blood Orange, you guys, this, when I was burning it, I kept thinking it reminded me of one of my favorite wax melts, which is from the Pharmacist's Daughter in the scent Bliss. This smelled just like that to me, so I don't know if it's like similar oils or anything, but I really enjoyed this. As far as like smelling like an orange, it did smell a little citrusy, but it really smelled like that Bliss wax melt, which I love. It's my favorite. You guys know that, so I was really happy with that. I also used a couple bags here and didn't finish up these 4 things, but this one is Salt Mountain Melts Beach Today, Laundry Tomorrow. And the notes on this are Bora Bora Suntan Lotion and Gain Island Fresh. I read that a little backwards. This was a souffle, so I actually did get quite a bit done, or like used up quite a bit of this. And I ended up using this in my bedroom actually during like the daytime throughout the second half of this month. And you guys, I really, really liked this. I'm not a big laundry fan for like wax melts or like scent in general. Sometimes I feel like it can be a bit headache inducing for me, but I think with the mix of the like fruitiness and the suntan lotion, it like made it much more tolerable for me and even like enjoyable. It just added like a nice freshness, like an outdoorsy, really reminded me of like being on the beach outside, and I really liked it. I would definitely like purchase this one again if it comes back next summer. I'm going to keep my eyes out for that. I also used 2 cubes here of the Better Homes and Gardens Tropical Pina Colada. And this scent was fantastic. I really, really enjoyed this one as well. It definitely smelled like a super authentic, frothy, like delicious tropical pina colada. And I didn't have like super high expectations, but I really did enjoy this one. And that is why I was like, no, you know what, maybe I should save this. So I'm holding on to the rest of this for next year, but I really did enjoy it quite a bit. I used up 2 of these little shapes here in my Waikiki Beach coconut, or was it 1 shape? I think I used 2. Guys, I can't remember. I ended up melting this one in my tea light warmer in my guest bedroom. And I love this scent. Waikiki Beach coconut is just like the most delicious, like it almost smells like a coconut pineapple kind of like tropical drink to me, and with like a little bit of like a body care-ish note. I don't know, it's kind of strange. I'm sure you guys have all smelled this one, but I really enjoyed it. And I was pretty impressed with the performance of this, which it wasn't a tea light, and those usually throw like crazy, but this one was really nice and filled the room. And then finally, I used up a couple cubes of Midnight Rain from Rose Girls. I really, really liked this one. It was definitely, for me, it was nice, but for my partner, it was like unbelievable. Tom absolutely loved the scent. He could smell it. He was like upstairs in his office. I had this going in the bathroom downstairs, and he like ran down the stairs and he was like, that is amazing. Whatever you're melting, I need it. I love it. We need more. And I was like, well, we got enough right here for a little while. But it was just like kind of masculine, but fresh and clean. And I think maybe there's bergamot in here, but it was like a very like fresh, clean, masculine scent without being like headache inducing. I think the rain kind of like cut it in a nice way. I really liked this, and Tom loved it. And now moving on to the things that I finished. I was able to finish up these 2 little tart shaped things in Seaside Woods from Yankee Candle. These were really, really nice. I do have this in like a larger melt cup, and I really do enjoy the scent. I think it's got to be like some kind of like a driftwood or some kind of a, I think it's driftwood or something. But I'm picking up this Beechwood Vetiver from K Scent and Melts because these were not the same, of course, but they were like kind of like they were if they were cousins almost. So this one was a little bit more heavy on like the vetiver. I don't think there's probably even vetiver in this, but if you wanted something that was like kind of comparable, and because I don't think that they sell this anymore, if I'm correct, then this one would be a nice one to kind of pair. So on this note, holy moly decadoli, this thing was so strong, this Beechwood Vetiver. I feel like I have learned my lesson with, well, sometimes it's so weird. Sometimes I have like crazy performance with these mini, like the 1 ounce K's cups. And then sometimes I feel like they're like kind of like what I would expect, kind of like middle of the road, which is what, you know, what I would expect. But this one was incredibly strong. I put this whole thing in my bathroom downstairs, and I honestly had to crack the window in the bathroom because it was like, oh, it was like just so strong. It filled up the entire downstairs of my house. I couldn't barely even go in the bathroom. It was too strong. So I learned my lesson. I should have only used half or a third of this when I did, but this one was a really, really great scent. And another one that my partner like raved about, like he was like, I guess if Tom had to like live off 2 scents, it would have been like that Midnight Rain and this Beechwood Vetiver. These were his jam. Really masculine, really like outdoorsy and like summertime type of scents, in my opinion. I really enjoyed it quite a bit. I also finished up this Butt Naked 1 ounce scent shot from K's, and I want to say that this is like a skinny dipping dupe from Scentsy, or at least to my nose, that is what it smells like. I really, really enjoyed this, you guys. This one, I put the whole thing in as well in my bathroom, and it was like the perfect amount. It wasn't like overpowering or anything like that to me. It just smelled like this super melony, fruity, kind of a little bit like fun and girly kind of vibe that it gives me. And I really love this one. I absolutely would repurchase this in the future. I used up the Melted Moose's Strawberry Mango Culotta. This is mango sorbet, strawberry milkshake, and coconut milk. To be honest with you guys, I don't think that this was like a super strong performer for me. It kind of was just like a little bit of like a subtle like strawberry, kind of like a tropical strawberry kind of scent, but it wasn't like, it didn't like blow me away. But with that being said, I did have some melted mousse that I was like obsessed with. So I don't know, maybe this one was just like not my particular favorite. But that one is that. And then I have Beach Bum from Midnight Daydream Wax Company. This one is copper tone type, coconut milk, gelato, mango, and papaya. And this one was freaking strong, you guys. I put this entire thing in my hot plate warmer in my kitchen, and it filled the entire house, and it smelled like the most delicious like suntan lotion. I really like those scents. I know some people don't, but I love like suntan lotion type scents. And this one just smelled like exactly like that with some nice added like fruitiness. And I really did enjoy this. I would definitely repurchase that in the future. And then I have Strawberry Sunrise, which is strawberry milkshake, banana crepes, mega marshmallow, and vanilla wafers. This one, it wasn't like my favorite. I think the banana in this one was, I don't know if it was because of the combination of like the strawberry. It almost pulled a little bit like Runts banana a little bit more. And I wasn't like a crazy like fan of this one, but you cannot win them all. So I finished a Bath & Body Works Fresh Balsam for my like Christmas in July type scents. And this I ended up melting when I had a friend over, and she was like, what are you melting? And I was like, oh, it's just like plain old Bath & Body Works Fresh Balsam. And she was like, I'm obsessed with it. It smells so good. So this one to me, it definitely is like a Christmas scent because balsam, you know, Christmas tree. But I didn't feel like, because it's just like a one note type of thing, I did kind of enjoy it melting in the summertime, which is like really odd for me to admit because I am very much a seasonal melter. But it kind of just reminded me of being in the forest a little bit, like especially like up north in like upstate where there's like a lot of pine trees, and it gave me that kind of like happy outdoor hiking type of vibe. So I really did enjoy it. I would probably melt more Fresh Balsam in the future in the summer. So that was great. This one here is Wicks Berry Bonkers. And this one is Hawaiian Punch, Blueberry, Cherries, and Grape. And this was like a crumble cup. I did not love this one. There was something about it that was just kind of like off-putting to my nose, kind of a little bit like bitter. Definitely just, it wasn't just my scent preference. I had a lot of like weird things that just didn't jive with my nose this like second half of this month, but that's okay. I've had definitely some great things from Wicks. It was just totally not my scent preference. Moving on to all of my bags, I guess I did get through quite a few, so I'm not totally disappointed in myself, even though I was not home quite as much. I have Christmas Lane from Kay's Scent and Melt. This one I have actually going in my bathroom right now. This is fan-freaking-tastic. I am absolutely going to be purchasing this in the future. It's like a very fresh, clean, outdoorsy type of scent without being like spicy or it smells like Christmassy, like pine or balsam with like, there's got to be some kind of like a eucalyptus. I'm gonna have to look up the notes for this, but it definitely reminded me of Christmas, but it wasn't like cinnamony or anything like that. So I did really like that one. I finished a little chunk, like a double chunk sampler in Christmas Eve Cookies and Cookie Land. This one I have going right now. It definitely is predominantly that Cookie Land note, which is totally fine by me. I love that. I'm not sure if the Christmas Eve Cookies and Cookie Land, I don't think it's the same as Cookie or Christmas Cookies and Cookie Land or whatever. There's another one I'm thinking of that I thought was this one. I'm not sure if it is. I didn't even, do a side by side, but I did enjoy this cookie. The Cookie Land blends are all winners in my opinion. You have to like the caramely pretzely scent, but yeah, it's super good to me. This is Mr. Sandman from Zape, which is lavender, vanilla bean, and sugar crystals. This one is definitely a lot of things that are not my personal favorite scent notes. So like I'm not huge on lavender or pink sugar. But I think the vanilla bean actually really helped kind of tone it down. And I think if you blend pink sugar with vanilla, sometimes it can kind of help cut that like overly perfumey scent that pink sugar gives. So overall, this was nice. Would I repurchase it? Probably not, because I'm not big on lavender, typical nighttime blends. This one is Zape's Santel Amadel, I think is how you say it. This one to me just kind of had like a little bit of like an outdoorsy, beachy, woodsy type scent. I'm not even sure what the notes are on this. It was a sample. I did enjoy it in the bathroom. My partner also really did enjoy this one. It was kind of similar to like the Beechwood and the Yankee Candle Seaside Wood type scents. This one here is Get Laid from Grape, and this is coconut, sweet pea, and vanilla. I really, really enjoyed this one. I have a clamshell left of this, which I'm excited to either hold on to for next year or melt a little bit more of later, you know, this next month, but I really did like this. It was like a super nice, sweet coconut without being like that super husky coconut or like the body care coconut. It was just like a good, realistic coconut. I'm not sure if I'm describing that well, but it was really nice and sweet and great. This one here is Rainbow Melts Aruba Coconut, another coconut scent. It is citrus, coconut, vanilla, and sandalwood. This one I also really enjoyed. I have been super impressed with Rainbow Melts. I melted this in my bathroom and it just added a nice tropical freshness to the air. Pink Sugar Coconut Cookie Land from Rose Girls. This one was also fantastic. I would say that the Pink Sugar was barely noticeable for me. The coconut was definitely there. And then the Cookie Land was by far the strongest thing that stood out to me in that, which I'm fine with. I'm actually kind of happier that the Pink Sugar was more subtle in this or subdued, whatever you want to say, but I really did enjoy this one quite a bit. It was on the softer side, so it probably wouldn't be something that I would like seek out to repurchase, but I do have more and I know that I will enjoy melting the other bag of it. This one here is the Melted Moose's Cindy Lou. Another one I'm not sure what the notes are. I think that there's probably pink sugar, vanilla, and peppermint. I know for a fact that there's peppermint in this. I melted this one in my bedroom at night, and I know Ashley talks a lot about melting peppermint at nighttime, and I did, and I gotta be honest, it did give me a very comforting effect. So maybe I'll have to keep trying that, but I did really enjoy this one, and when this comes back out around Christmas time, I probably will seek it out because I did really enjoy it. It was a nice peppermint. And I'm usually not big on peppermint either, so that was kind of funny. This one here is Happy Island Papaya Type from L3 Waxy Wonders. I do not remember the sample at all. I think that this one was, I did melt this in my bathroom, but I want to say that this was like very, very light or maybe not even really noticeable. So wouldn't repurchase that one. This one here is L3 Waxy Wonders Saltwater Mermaid. This one is super, super popular. To me, it definitely wouldn't be a repurchase. It kind of just smelled a little bit like a woman's body care, but like a very light, like it wasn't offensive. It just kind of smelled like a beachy body care kind of product to me. I know a lot of people love this one, but it just wasn't like my personal favorite. Like I've already said 100 times, I had a lot of things that weren't just like my favorites this month or like the second half of this month, but that's okay. This one here is Teddy B's Winterfell. I ended up finishing up this bag because I did purchase a new souffle in this. I really, really enjoy the scent. It is like masculine and fresh and like definitely wintry without being, like I said with the other things, like cinnamony or heavy spices or anything like that, which I appreciate. And I also surprisingly did enjoy melting this. It was a colder day that I melted it, but it didn't make me feel like thrown off that I was melting a winter scent in the summer. This is Marshmallow, Fireside, Palo Santo, White Birch, Icy Snow, and Vanilla. And I think because of that Palo Santo, it just really kind of brings out almost like a masculine kind of note to this, which I really like. So this one's a great scent. I definitely will always repurchase that one. And then finally, I got through quite a few bags from Salt Mountain Melts. These all were bags that needed to be used up. They were getting quite old, but I did enjoy all of these. I will let you know right off the bat. I don't think that there are any that I would like be in dire need to repurchase, but they were all nice and enjoyable for what they were. Definitely because of the age, they were getting a little bit on the weaker side, but I completely blame myself for that. I personally think that with all of my Salt Mountain Melts, I have found that there is like a sweet spot, and it's like right around the like 3-month to like 1 year range. Like if you're using it between that, I think that's when it's going to be like the strongest and the best. That is what I have found. But so first one here is Cherry Semafreddo, which is cherry ice cream, wild berry mousse, and whipped cream. I really did like the combination of cherry and wild berry. I felt like it was a nice kind of berry scent without being overly cherry or overly wild berry. They kind of balanced in a really nice way, and that whipped cream helped kind of just smooth everything out. I did enjoy it. This one here was Sundress, which is ocean froth, coconut, and orchid. And I really did like this one also. This one was interesting. The orchid is such like a, I've said this a million times, but it's such like a creamy type of floral to my nose. And then mixed with the like ocean froth, I was nervous that it would be like a salty sea air note. And maybe there was just like the subtle hint of that, but it was not overwhelmingly salty sea air. I can pick that note out like the back of my hand and it usually throws me right off. But to me, this just kind of smelled almost like fresh air and coconut, like a little hint of coconut and then some florals. It was really pretty. I definitely like that one a lot. This one here is Beach Nights, which is funny. I was just talking about like that salty sea air note. This is toasted marshmallow, sea salt breeze, coconut orchid, and driftwood. Everyone knows what Beach Nights smells like, I think, by now. I don't love Beach Nights. However, I was surprised by how much I did not dislike this one, which is funny to be like, I'm surprised how much I didn't dislike it. But I think when you're like, when you're generally not a fan of a certain scent oil, it definitely depends on like what vendors they do differ. But like this one, I think is the one that is least offensive that I have personally smelled. It was a little bit sweeter and more like of that like toasted marshmallow than the sea salt or like salty sea air note. I really did enjoy this one quite a lot. I Just Can't Copacabana, which is tangerine gelato, coconut cream pie, and birthday cake. This one is really, really weird, and buckle in for this, you guys. I'm saying it's weird because of what I smelled in comparison to the notes. It is not at all what the notes read. To my nose, this smells like a lollipop with like a Tootsie Pop, like the lollipop with the Tootsie Roll like chocolate on the inside. I know there's no chocolate in this. It kind of just smells like one of the orange Tootsie Pops. Exactly like that. I don't know why I smell that, but that is what I smell in this. I like it. Wouldn't repurchase it, but it was interesting and I liked it. This one here is Summertime Sadness. It's Blue Hawaiian, Cherry Slushy, and Cotton Candy. This one is maybe my favorite out of all of them. I really do love Blue Hawaiian, which is like a tropical drink. I think there's like cherry and pineapple and something else in that scent oil, but I really like it. To me, it just smelled like pretty much like a Blue Hawaiian with some added sweetness from, I think, the cotton candy and the cherry slushy. Definitely enjoyed it. And then finally, I have Banana Culotta, which is fresh banana, pineapple juice, and coconut milk. This literally just smelled like pretty much like a Pina Colada type of scent with banana in it. And I really did like it. I think this banana oil was a nice one. Definitely a more realistic side and not the runt side banana. But I did like this one quite a bit. And that is it, you guys. I don't think I really did a great job of finishing up body care. And as you guys can see, I didn't finish up any Bath & Body Works 3-wick candles either. So no body care, no Bath & Body Works 3-wick candles this month. I have failed myself. I have not done so good this month. So I hope you guys have all had a fantastic July, and I appreciate you guys popping in to see this video. Hope you have a great night, morning, day, whatever time you're watching this, and you take care. Bye, guys.